I wanted to spend a little bit of time today sharing some information about how social media works, the internet works, because it's really pertinent to the dissemination of behavior analytic content. And I think you will definitely learn something new about what you're doing may actually be furthering content that we don't want to be known for as a field. There's a few really pertinent things going on in behavior analysis right now that there's not a lot of attention on. And largely it's all centered around how online content works. So there's the neurodiversity movement and strong, actually autistic activist movements that are going on that we've all seen to some degree on the internet. The most recent thing in the United Kingdom about How to Train Your Baby Like a Dog, the TV show that came out, or something as controversial as the Judge Rottenberg Center. These sort of topics are just three examples of things that behavior analysts cannot stop themselves from clicking in. I know you've done it. I know you've checked out at least one of those sort of things on the internet. You've searched for it and whatnot. And the important thing today is to share how this sort of behavior actually strengthens those things and how those sort of connections kind of work. So we're going to take an example of a social media post. I'm not saying behavior analysts are immune to the amazing social reinforcers that are inherent in these systems, people liking, sharing, and realizing that they have the same point of view as you. However, let's take an example. If you have some sort of article that maybe puts things in a bad light from what we know and love as behavior analysis, and we share that thing, we click into it, you're doing a few different things. Depending on the platform where it's hosted and such, it works a little bit differently. So let's start with two different separate examples. Let's say it's a blog post and it's hosted on the web. Something like Google is going to look at how often is this thing getting clicked, and is it really being tailored at the end of the day to the people that are searching for it? So based on your past search behavior, right? They start to know who you are as a behavior analyst. They know that you have these sort of things. Scary, I know. And this sort of content may be something that is really well paired for you. So what happens is those things start to get ranked higher and higher and higher, simply because of the click-through rates. Now there's a lot more that goes into it, but this is a really basic one-on-one understanding. Now if you want to take something like Facebook, these different social platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and such, the way that these sort of things work is they also have a profile of your sort of behavior, what the things are that you like, you know, when you like those pages and when you interact with comments, all of that's tracked. This profile of you is in a sense kind of matched up to the content. At the end of the day, it's the advertisement, the content that's on there that helps fuel the fire. Your attention on those sort of things is what builds the revenue models and keeps these platforms going. And so when you literally click, comment, like, share on anything like that, what's going on is they're realizing that this sort of content does really well for these people. And if you share a profile, maybe as a behavior analyst with a bunch of others, those things get recommended to other people. So the inherent clicking in and paying attention to things that we know that aren't representative of our field as we have come to love and know it, that behavior actually strengthens this. And not only that, but it actually pushes it to more and more people. If you want a great example, on LinkedIn, if you like something, it shares it to your community. And so the point of this was twofold. I wanted to empathize with you and say, I've been there, we're all there. We are not immune to social reinforcement contingencies. We're not immune to the gossip, right? And the inherent sort of things that go on with clicking and viewing and critiquing and all that sort of stuff. However, you and I, as behavior analysts, have been given this gift at the end of the day of understanding human behavior and how we could influence it. And so if you could do one thing, just spend a little bit of time in the future thinking about, is this what we want to be known for? And supporting your local creators, I made a whole video on this last week, is something that could actually put behavior analysis in the light that we want it to be known for. It doesn't matter whose content, if it's mine, if it's somebody else's, just the things that you like to see about behavior analysis. If you like, share, comment, and put those out there, that is one great way to start to actually move the needle forward and push our field into the light that we want it to be known as. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is the Daily BA. Subscribe if you haven't. Please check out Patreon. This is fueled entirely by people like you. We're almost at 200 people. It is amazing. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next one. That's your Daily BA.